The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98 KUPD.
I'll get on it.
Trust me. That Vanessa chick for you straights, whew, she's hot.
All right, I'll check that out.
A few months ago when I was a straight man, that would have been a beat palace, but I was just in it for the songs and dancing. It was great. And then the better part is Saturday night at the Fall League game. I was with my friend Craig and another friend of mine, Jim. We sat down right behind an elderly couple, and there was a guy behind us. And it was enough of a crowd that you couldn't really, I mean, we're right behind home plate. You couldn't really, have like your own 2 or 3 rows. You had to sit behind or near people. Sit plop down, and I think Craig said something about, because we had a bag of peanuts. And he's like, break out those nuts. I want to get my hands on your warm nuts, because we're laughing, joking, like a little bit nut jokes. And the guy behind us just goes, God damn it, and gets up and leaves. And I'm like, how offended can you be? I think he's just mad that we sat right in front of him. And then the people in front of us look back at us like, ugh. And these 2 old people just left. And then we're like, and we were just talking about this. And I think I said the C word once. Big deal. Grow up. You're outside.
That's huge,
You're
John.
outside. And I said the C word, and their head turns, and then they get up and leave. I'm like, wow, did we just drive these 2 away? And then we were talking later about, I think I said the phrase, it's the Jews, because Craig's a Jew. So it's their fault. And then the 2 people in front of us turn around, and they start to get up and leave, but they came back.
Damn, I should have went to
We were dying. like we cleared our area. We had pretty much 2 rows to ourselves because our conversation was not filtered. We don't care. You're an adult. You're drinking beer. You're at a place that sells loads and loads of beer. It's a ball game. Your tender little Puritan ears. I even said, when did we move into this puritanical society of,
oh, God, you said that horrible word.
Yeah. Like, just because that dude hasn't wanted to see your 25 years doesn't mean I can't say it out loud. You old bag. But, yeah, that was it. The weekend was fun. It was a good time. And then now it's going to get ruined. Because
no way.
Yeah. In football yesterday, the Cardinals, Colt McCoy is going to lead you to the Super Bowl. The Bears? Almost. Steelers? Almost. My Steelers last night, the whole group that was watching the game were all like, this is a moral win. We shouldn't have even been in this game. We've got 1 defensive starter left. That's basically the whole team. We have Cameron Hayward and a bunch of, there were 2 dudes on the team last night. I'm like, who's that? And I know this team back in front. I didn't even know we had Joseph. It was great. It was a fun game to watch, too. But, and did the Bungles end up winning? They won their game.
Yeah, they did.
The Raiders. Good for them. In the division that just doesn't matter.
Hey, I'm just happy I actually won my FanDuel bet for the first time this
one.
year. I got a win.
What was it? I don't remember.
It was the Ravens over the Bears minus or under 45.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's a great big win.
Yeah, for me.
Congratulations. That's Brett's first FanDuel
On
win.
the board.
11 weeks.
It's been brutal.
Good for you, Brett.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
back in the. I like it. Back in black, baby. Well done. And the scariest and most awful part of what's going on right now, outside of the Colts, I think, is that after Thursday and after this weekend, you can look at the New England Patriots as probably the steadiest, most consistent football team in the AFC. And, a couple of guys yesterday were like, if you had to, put money on it today, who would you put on it? And like 3 guys on the panel were like, Patriots. That's the scariest team going forward right now because Mac Jones figured it out. The defense playing.
Not many injuries.
Well, all their free agents are finally comfortable. It's what the Bucs did last year. Tampa Bay wasn't very good till their bye week, and then they just won everything. And they kind of had to figure out, like, all the young players on defense had to learn the defense. You had all these free agents come in. They had to learn the offense. And then they clicked, and I think the Patriots are doing it, which makes Bill Belichick a mastermind. If they manage to, and the Chiefs are kind of back too. It's weird. It's going to be a weird finish. Because, the good teams, My upset of the week, and I didn't have the guts to put money on it, was Houston over Tennessee.
I couldn't.
I know.
Because you just get you guaranteed bet for the week is take the best team in the league and knock them down when they play somebody cruddy.
That was my lock in our picks.
It was my upset because I'm like, Tennessee's due for a clunker. Nobody goes through unscathed now. And we had some clunkers yesterday, some big clunkers. But that was a huge one. Anyway, football, it's good. Who's tonight's game? I'm in a great mood because the weekend was fun and football was fun. And now we only get a couple of days to work. And it's also, by the way, my favorite day of the year. It's Kennedy Day. November 22nd, 58 years ago. All the documentaries will start running today. Phenomenal.
Giants, Buccaneers. At Tampa.
It's Michigan week.
And you got Ohio State, Michigan this week, yeah.
Which is what you want, the showdown. 10-1, both teams coming into it. Everything's on the line.
And where are they at?
Ann Arbor.
Okay.
In Michigan. I don't see much trouble there. The way that the Buckeyes are playing right now, you can pretty much they're killing it. They can't be stopped. Their offense is great.
Shut your mouth.
Their offensive line is unreal. Please, you watch like there's a chance. The offensive line is 5 pros. That's what you want to hope for.
They hit their stride last Saturday. That's for sure.
Oh, sure. But like when you're a college team and you've got 5 offensive linemen that are going pro, you're going to be a top 3 team. Period. They are. And they got 3 receivers that are going pro.
Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah, they might have the best receiving core in the history of football. They're ridiculous. In college, those guys are great. I wasn't worried about that. They'll walk right over Michigan. That is done. Bank it. You act like there's competitive, like there's some sort of competitive chance. There's not. 56-7 over the team that beat them. Michigan, right? So don't worry about that. It'll be another 56-7 romp in the park.
I wish it that easy. It
is that easy. When isn't it? Michigan doesn't have any pros on their offense.
No matter what. It's always...
Please, you guys have been mopping Michigan up for 20 years now. I don't even know what you're worried about.
That's the other thing.
Walk in the park. Bank it, Brady. It's happening.
Uh-oh.
And then they'll go right up on the thing, and they'll get into the national championship discussion, and everybody will be upset, and then they'll win it. They're the only ones with Georgia's the only other one. They got 5 offensive linemen. That's all you got to look for in college. You have 5 offensive linemen that are pro caliber. That team's going to be in the national championship. It's happening. You guys are going to be 63-10. That's the final score.
He's squirming over there.
Write that down.
Squirming.
Write that down. 63-10.
I can't remember what you said.
I will tape it and I'll send it to you. 63-10. Ohio State walk in the park over the old Blue Boys. It's not happening. The maize and gold will fold like an old hanky. Count it, Brady. That's for sure.
Maize and blue.
I don't care. I don't care about your colleges. I don't care. It doesn't matter. In the end, none of it matters. Because there's only one team out of the 130 that's any good, and it's your team this year. So the gold and black or whatever of Michigan and their stupid helmets, they're just going to go out there and just open doors to the end zone. Here you go, boys. Here you go. Olave. End zone. Mr. Stroud, this is your end zone. 63-10. You actually do worry about that kind of stuff? Because if they lose, it's just the whole season's out. But
pretty much, yeah.
It's a waste,
and it's happened before.
Sure. Like 25 years ago. You haven't lost to Michigan since John Cooper was the head coach. Don't worry about it. You're good, dude. You're good.
Thanks, bro.
Your Bears stink. My Steelers are going nowhere. We're fine with it. His Ohio State Buckeyes have 5 offensive linemen that I'd take right now. These guys are great. Let's get right to it. We're going to have an early Brady report. We get a wake-up song, an early Brady report, and then at 7 a.m., 54 minutes away, Pladio 2022 begins. And the champion for Pladio will be crowned beautifully. Day 1, 15 different local bands. And I don't know what to expect. Every year it's different. We'll find out who the winners are and who the crazy weirdos are in just under an hour. But in the meantime, give us something good to kick off the day. 585-9800, a wake-up song. Get us going. It's 98 KUPD. Wake up!
Big, red, and badass.
It's the natural way radio should be.
98 KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.